Hello, my name is Alejandro Ramirez Limas. I am the solutions architect for the solicitation management system sponsored by the Washington State Department of Commerce. In this video presentation, we will showcase an overview of the solicitation management system. The solicitation management system is a portal-based system built through modular integration. What this means is that each individual that logs into the system will see a different portal based on the web role that they have. So the coordinators will see coordinators portal, the approvers will see approvers portal, and so on. Being that this is a modular integration design means that while we do schedule updates for the time when no one is logged into the system, if there's an emergency update that needs to take place, we can make that update or change without having to take down the entire portal. We simply have to take down that one part of the system that needs to be updated, and then everything else in the portal will still work. This is great when you have a large number of users because that means that you don't have to have everyone log onto the system just to make an update. We can simply take down that part of the system, notify everyone that it will not be working for a couple of hours because of the emergency update, and then we can bring the system back online. However, because the system is built on a solid foundation, it is very unlikely that this scenario will happen, but if it does happen, we are prepared for it. Okay, now we're gonna go through each one of the portals as a brief overview. Each one of the portals has a lot of tools, but we are going to showcase the tools that we believe are the most important for the portal. The very first tool that we're gonna show is the RFX management. RFX management was designed with the intent that when the coordinator logs in, they will be able to manage whatever RFX they are working on without having to see everything. So in my case, because I'm an administrator, I'm seeing all of the funding opportunities. A coordinator would only see anything that is assigned to them. So if I was not an administrator, I would only see things assigned to Alejandro Ramirez Limas. Now, once the coordinator is working through the system, let's say that they want to create a new RFX, they will simply press create new, choose the type. Now the RFX number has to be unique, which means that if they try to enter a number that already exists, the system will flag it. It's the same thing for the title. They will go through each one of these steps until the funding opportunity draft is completed. Upon completing the draft, they will be taken to a page where it's called Go to RFX Report. And here they can make modifications to the system, to the RFX. So they can modify the schedule by pressing change the schedule. They can modify baseline details, such as the budget, for example, simply by pressing modify baseline details, or they may edit the entire document so that they can create updates to anything within the document itself. Once they're satisfied with the integrity of the document, they can send it for approval. The approval process is quite simple. You press begin the approval. This will automatically generate who the approvers should be based on the requirements that we have been advised that should be there. And here they can simply choose who is going to be the various individuals who will need to be assigned as the approvers. In this case, I have selected myself to be an approver, and I chose that the approval will be due on February 3rd. Now, I am able to do this because I'm logged in as an administrator. If I was the coordinator, I would not be able to assign myself as an approver because this is my funding opportunity. So this is one of the nice things about the system, that it has enough intelligence to understand the things that people can and cannot do, so that it will allow the process to flow smoothly. Now, once this is complete, the coordinator would press Start Approval Workflow. The next thing that we're going to show is how the Approvers Portal works. So what happens through the Approvers Portal is that once the approver logs in, they can go straight to Assigned Approvals, and they will be able to see all of the approvals that they are required to complete. Now here I can see that I have RFA prototype for myself, and I see that my due date was December 19th. So I would have to tell the coordinator to extend my due date, basically. So I'm able to see all that information here. Now, because this is a test, obviously that's why I can still see all of these items. But for the approver themselves, they would only see what is assigned to them. So here they would go to RFX approval once it's open for them again. They will open the Word document, make the changes that they want to make to it, and once that's completed, which is quite simple, they simply press what they want to change. So let's say this is what they want, and we're gonna say modify the date to March 15, for example. Once they add this information will be made available to the coordinator, who will now be advised that there are notes on this document that they need to complete. So here they can then close the document and enter notes. So we can say document rejected due to date issues. And they can press review completed and submit. So now the review is completed. It's not accepted, but that particular reviewer has completed their review for this document, which means that because it has been rejected, the coordinator will have to make those changes and then send it back by restarting the workflow process. So it's very, very straightforward, very streamlined. Once the solicitation is completed, then the coordinator can release it to the public. And the way that this works is very straightforward. Again, from the RFX management, they will need to choose the funding opportunity and they will need to press release to the public. Once they do that, the applicants will be able to see active funding opportunities and they will be able to apply for them through the funding opportunity system. Now here we see that this has been approved, so now we can release it to the public. Releasing it to the public is a pretty straightforward process. We just have to press release to the public. This will make it available for anyone to apply for it. Okay, now the process is going to go through. It is released and it is open. So what will happen now is that the applicants can come through. They will log into the system. They will have their portal and they can see active funding opportunities. So what will happen now is that they'll be able to apply for this particular funding opportunity, which will show that it is open. So here they will go through and they will say submit a new application. So the applicant can then choose the business that belongs to them to say that they are going to apply under this business, push next, and now they can start submitting their documentation. Once they're done submitting all their documents, then they can receive a notification to let them know that their documents have been accepted by the SMS, or they can simply leave this as no, but they will be able to continue to submit everything until February 18th. Once this process is completed and February 18th comes around, the coordinator will be able to go back to the application and assign the application to reviewers. And this is again done through the RFX management page. So from here, the coordinator can select the funding opportunity that is closed and they can assign reviewers to it. The way to do this is pretty straightforward. First, they want to invite the reviewers, so this creates their team of reviewers, and then they assign the reviews. To invite the reviewers, they simply press invite reviewers and they choose add invitations. So in this case, this has to be done one at a time. They just enter first name, last name, their email, and then whether or not this is a commerce reviewer. If it's a commerce reviewer, an email will be sent automatically to WATEC to request access for this particular commerce staff. Once these individuals have been selected, they can press send invitations. If an invitation has already been sent, a second invitation will not be sent. In this case, the coordinator can press send invitation reminders in case anyone here, such as john@gmail.com, would know that his invitation was not sent and they have not logged in. So that means that send invitations would send it to John. Send invitation reminders would send the email to these two individuals here, and then they can close. Once this process is complete and everyone that the coordinator wants approving or reviewing funding opportunities, they can simply press here and they can press assign reviewers. What this will do is it will go through and assign reviews to their team. So, and this will be done automatically. So here the coordinator will tell the reviewers what is the due date. Here they will assign the number of reviews per application and here the workload for the reviewer. So let's say that Commerce does not want anyone to have more than 8 funding opportunities assigned to them. They would simply press 8. They can add more reviews here if they wanted to. And then here they can press start application auto assignment. When they do this, the auto assignment process will begin and the individuals on their team will receive notifications that they have been assigned workload. Once that's completed, then the reviewers will see their assigned applications. So once the page loads for the reviewer, they will be able to see any funding opportunity that has been assigned to them. In this case, I was assigned No Full Proto Title 101. So I'm going to go to the scoring page. Now here under the scoring page, I will be able to see what the applicant submitted. So me as a reviewer, I'll be able to score their application, as well as I'll be able to see the RFX, and I'm able to see all this information on the same page. So here I can compare records, but I will not be able to see who the applicant is. So for anonymity, every application has an application ID. So once this page loads, I will be able to see what the applicant submitted and also the scoring. So here we can see, for example, the budget proposal, all the exhibits, IRS determination letter, etc. On the left side, we can see the funding opportunity itself, and here we can add scores and we can add notes. Once this is completed, we will simply say that the scoring was completed and press save. Now, if we want a better view, we can press open in new tab, and this will allow us to see a full screen of the funding opportunity. So this allows us to take the document into a separate page and then have a full screen view in case the reviewer's computer doesn't have a wide screen. This will give them a better view. Once all the work is completed, the coordinator will be able to go to the RFX management page and view how things scored through the bird's eye view. So in this case, we're going to go here to bird's eye, and under bird's eye, we'll be able to see how were the scores completed and how everyone stands out against each other. So here, for example, we see that from all of the coordinators, there's one that has not completed their work. This is the current average for everyone. These are all the questions that were requested from the applicants. These are the technical support requests. So this go to the coordinator, this go to IBI Nexus. That's what these questions are. So IBI Nexus answer all the questions. There are 2 questions that are pending from the coordinator. That's what that particular graph states. Something else that can be done by the RFX management tool is you can get reports. So one of the reports that you would be able to gain from here is if we go to submitted responses, we will be able to download a report of all of the responses that were submitted and all of the scores. So this will make it very easy to put scores together, and this downloads as an Excel document. You can also download a debrief report from here. And to do this, you would go to view responses and scoring details. And then once the page loads, at the bottom of the page, you will simply press generate debrief report. This will begin the report generation process, and once the report is ready, you will get a notification to let you know you can download it. So the process complete. Now we can go ahead and press click to open. And what this will do is it will create the debrief report that can then be used by the coordinator to debrief anyone who is requesting debriefing. So this goes through the system, gathers all the information that's required for averages. It also tells you the organization proposals, scores, and then line by line, it tells you what each one of the evaluators provided. In this case, the report was created with the very last evaluator completing their work. So you will see scores at 0, which basically means you can download this report at any time and it will show you the work that has been completed. So this video presentation showcased the important aspects of the solicitation management system. The system was built to make it intuitive so that when anyone logs in, they will be able to see what is their work at hand and be able to reach their work quickly. So we are trying to give back man hours to the people who are working on the funding opportunity solicitation management system. And the reason for this is the less time you have to spend putting together a funding opportunity, you will have more time to do the rest of the work that is not related to putting together the opportunity, approving it, or sending it out into the public. The system itself is quite robust. It is built to be able to expand, and it is built in the backbone of Microsoft Dynamics through Power Portal pages. This means that the limitations of how many users the system can have is only limited by the number of licenses that are purchased for the system. And that concludes our video presentation. Thank you for watching.